Bill Ward is renovating this classic 1920s clinker-built boat, and he's doing it in the most unusual way.
I thoroughly enjoy complicated combinations of components and electronics.
So he's decided to apply a contemporary high-tech solution to a traditional problem by combining a cutting-edge electric motor with a revolutionary propeller.
I've got the opportunity here to work with state-of-the-art equipment, and I like that. I mean, it's boys' toys, if you like.
And as an experienced managing director of a software company with an engineering background, Bill is right at home with this kind of project.
So, a project like this one won't move forward without decisions being made all the time. You have to continually make decisions, otherwise you stop. Then you'd never get the thing finished.
And after my first visit, I was impressed with Bill's confidence in what might otherwise be a daunting prospect. For me, the biggest challenge in this project is going to be how Bill connects the motor to the propeller.
One of the technical innovations of this particular solution is that you need a piece of masking tape to hold it all together. But it does actually make a difference. The sockets come apart if you don't tape them up. I can use duct tape, but it doesn't work any better, and then it's a pig to get off when you finish.
Bill has already drilled a hole through the keel to take the stern tube,
Drill it out.
and he's made a special cutter to do it.
Basically, I have got a socket, the outside diameter of which is almost exactly the same diameter as the inside diameter of the piece that I want to remove. And there's a cutting tool on there which is as high from the surface of the socket as the thickness of the wall of the tube that we want to drill out.
But he still needs to make sure that it's the right size to fit the stern tube that he has on order.
One of the difficulties with this thing is that if it jams in the hole, it tries to break your wrist because there's a huge amount of torque.
When the cutter gets jammed in that long old hole, Bill has to knock it back out and start all over again.
I like off-the-wall engineering and woodworking challenges. The nice thing about this is that this is complicated stuff to do if you don't have the right tools. It's great fun to sort of, create things like this that actually do a job. We've already cut 2 feet or so of stuff out. We're nearly there.
Bye, Mum. Bye. See you later.
The boat's been in the family for 10 years now without being sailed, and the catalyst for completion hasn't just come from Bill himself.
He has a habit of starting one project, not quite seeing it through, and then picking up another one. So now he realises that there is a sort of a deadline to this one. He has to do it. It's been really difficult for him.
I remember when we first got the boat, he was out there till quite late in the evenings. He worked really hard on it in the beginning, then it kind of filtered away.
It's been quite hard for him recently. He's just got a new job, and there's a lot of pressure on him. He's always had the motivation to do it. He's just probably needed someone to sort of push him on a bit, spur him on, and now we can see an end. He's like, yeah, I really want to do it.
So when it's finished, I'm sure he's going to be ecstatic. And that first day when it gets on the water,
he's quite
really,
an
really
uptight
good.
kind of guy, just by personality, I think. And hopefully, by the time it's on the water, he'll be horizontal.
When he's on the water and the wind's blowing
relaxed
through his hair, then he'll be happy, won't he?
Yeah.
But until then, there's a lot to do, including sourcing the right parts for the job.
This arrived yesterday morning. It's the prop shaft.
The stern tube, complete with shaft, should fit in the hole that Bill has drilled out for it, and this is a key component in connecting the electric motor to the propeller.
The bit that I was hoping they wouldn't have forgotten to send back holds the propeller on. So they did remember to send it back.
But there's a problem. The hole that Bill carefully drilled is the wrong size for the tube.
Because this is a larger diameter than the shaft, which of course it would be, but it also protrudes, I've got to counterbore the deadwood to actually take this, fit that in.
And on top of this, another important part has failed to materialise.
It is the coupling that will join the shaft to the motor, and it appears to have gone missing somewhere between the head office and the branch. So we don't know where it is. So it's probably sitting in the dispatch bay or something at the company that it was coming from, which is annoying.
Unfazed, Bill gets on with reshaping the hole that will in turn take the stern tube. Eventually, Bill succeeds in fitting the stern tube.
Well, that wasn't as painful as it could have been.
Right, there you are. There's more if you want to.
Thank you.
And a spot of lunch gives Bill the opportunity to work out how he's going to fit the motor into the boat.
If you just break it down into this, the smallest common denominator as you go along, you just get there. Once I've got a piece of wood attached to that tube, I've got something to measure from.
But as yet, there's no sign of a motor or a propeller. So at the moment, all Bill can do is speculate.
Nick.
Morning, Bill. Pleased to
Hi.
meet you.
And
But
you.
before Bill
Thanks for
makes his
bringing them
final
back.
decision on which motor to go for, he's decided to have a look at another kind of electric launch. Nick Goldring owns Silent Explorer, an electrically driven canoe. The main difference is that this boat uses an outboard, which has been specially modified.
Right then, a single-handed launch then. Very easily. It's much easier launching than recovering as it happens, but...
Brilliant.
Oops.
Oops. Oh dear.
And after a shaky start, Nick is keen to show Bill the rewards of owning an electric boat.
Absolutely incredible.
It's like moving into another world as you go up the Henderton.
It's a great bridge, isn't it?
Yeah, superb, that one.
The idea of being able to just enjoy the quiet. And I mean, this wildlife here is superb, isn't it?
The beauty of an electric motor is that you can explore and discover hidden waterways without causing too much fuss. But Bill is never far away from thinking about his boat. And a chance encounter has given him a new idea for a steering system.
Go! And the steering is on a drum and wire.
This classic Andrews-built slipper launch uses a pulley-based system for its steering. And this could easily be utilised for Bill's boat.
As you can see. Yes!
And already, Bill's meeting new friends,
A little bit raggy.
something the boat has brought about.
Come down if you can. Something very unusual happening. And I've not fallen in. Get on with you. We'll find you. No, I'm a bit behind in preparations. All the best.
Thank you.
Okay, then.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
As they head back out onto the Thames and the traffic builds up for the Henley Regatta, Nick's inspirational launch has given Bill plenty to think about.
We went up to Henley for the rowing, for the Henley Regatta, and then yesterday I went to Henley again for the classic boat rally. So that was great opportunity.
Well, it means that they'll go out more and we can have more time, you know. They'll be spending Sundays down at the river, whereas, you know, just being more sociable. And
Yeah.
I think...
Making some boat friends or something.
Yeah.
But there's a lot more work to do before Bill's own boat takes to the water. He's got to fit the new motor when it finally arrives, as well as the propeller. Will the newfound pulley system work for his steering? And Bill's suggestion of laser technology might not seem so improbable. Well, here we are at the Basingstoke Canal, the very spot where Bill wants to use his boat. It's the most interesting project of all, I think, Bill's, this marriage of old and new technology. He's going in the face of a lot of the conventions of boat building, but deep down, I think he's going to respect them. He's a man who's got results in the past. It'll be interesting to see how he gets on this time. Join us in the next episode to find out if Bill's boat makes it onto the river.